Are you interested in finding out more information about new construction homes without having to go to all of them? Well, today I'm sitting down with Brent Gibson from DR Horton Homes, and we're going to talk about some of the most common questions buyers have when thinking about buying new construction. Hey, Brent, thanks so much for being with us. So I was wondering, what makes a DR Horton home such a great product for today's buyer?
Man, great quality home, affordable prices, quick move-ins, modern finishings, smart home technology, things of that nature. We even have appliance packages, so less out of pocket for buyers.
Yeah, absolutely. That all sounds great. So how does having a real estate agent when you are buying a new construction home help to smooth the process out?
No, it's definitely, it's a no-brainer. Like I said, it's very smooth, because they are your professionals in real estate,
Right, so we're the representative for the buyer, and you're going to be the representative for the builder.
Exactly.
Right, perfect. So so we work hand in hand all the time. I appreciate you laying that out for my audience. So what kind of customization plans and flexibility do you have in DR Horton Homes?
Well, with DR Horton, we do have they pretty much come pre-spec'd. We are an inventory home builder. But when it comes to customization options, it's going to be more or less like your full gutters, your sprinkler system, things of that nature. Okay. It's pretty much a turnkey home. We have smart home panels, ready for security, cameras, all the things of that nature. Yeah. It's appliance packages, all the things. So it's pretty much a turnkey
Great.
Home.
Yeah, so this is like America's move-in ready home.
That's
if
it.
You want to get into a DR Horton community, like if you're trying to get into a DR Horton community in the next 2 or 3 months, this is the place to be, right?
This is it. Yep.
Very good. It seems like the way that you build your homes actually helps to make these homes more affordable. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. So, we are, like I said, we are an inventory home builder. So it is quick move-in. A lot of the items are pre-selected, high quality homes. We use spray foam insulation, LVP flooring, all the things like that. So affordability is kind of where we are in this market right now and offering great quality,
So do you offer incentives for your preferred lender, which I think is an in-house lender, right? DHI?
That's correct. Yeah, DHI Mortgage. Yeah,
Perfect.
Man, it's a great deal going in-house, because when you go to corporate, you got DR Horton on one side, you got mortgage and title on the other.
Perfect.
And buyer's incentives, we also have realtor incentives as well. But buyer's incentives, lower interest rates, covered closing costs, and then that moving package.
Yeah, can you explain some of the interest rates that you are offering right now?
Yeah, absolutely. So, we know the interest rate today. It's
in the resale market, it's like 6
crazy,
to 6.5%.
Yeah, it is. So, with FHA, we do have fixed rates. We have buy downs as well. But FHA, we can go as low as 399 conventional.
399 conventional.
Yep. Or FHA.
FHA.
Yep,
Sorry.
FHA.
399 FHA.
Yep.
I mean, that's a pretty unbeatable
it's crazy.
rate.
And it's fixed, man.
And it's fixed the whole time, baby.
That's the beauty of it, man.
And so do you offer any buy down programs, or do you just flat 399?
We do. No, we do have buy down interest rates. Personally, I would like to stick to the fixed rates, because we're dealing with unapproved property taxes.
Right.
I know me. I got married, and my wife took over the finances because I'm financially irresponsible. So, I don't want to set folks up for failure, but we do have those options if you know that you're about to get a pay raise or hit the lottery or something like that, but for sure, we have those.
Yeah, no, I totally understand. Talking about the fact that they can get a 399 fixed rate, so they know what the payment is going to be for the principal and interest on the home.
That's correct.
That would only leave the variables to be the taxes and insurance at that point, right? Are there any qualities or warranties included in these home purchases?
Oh, absolutely. It's new construction, man. It wouldn't be new construction without a warranty. So, I'll say this, we do have a warranty program. We do a 1 year, 2 year, and a 10 year. Now, if it does fall outside of that 1 year or something like that, give me a call, man. DR Horton's so big, they'd much rather fix it, repair it, replace it than have a bad review.
Right. Now, can you explain that for me? You said that you have the 10-year, 2-year, and 1 year. So what is that? 1 year is covering what?
Yeah. So 1 year, I'll keep it real simple. Everything you see, front to back, bumper to bumper. 2 years, everything back behind the walls. You have plumbing, insulation, and electrical. Okay. And then your 10 years is going to be structural in your foundation. So basically
Perfect.
the concrete that makes up concrete and the sticks that make up your home.
Okay, perfect. No, I love that answer. That's super simple. Explains exactly how it works.
Yep.
Now, if they were to have a problem, do they go through you, or is there a third party? How does that work?
Well, so DR Horton does keep it real simple. All you can do is just Google DR Horton warranty, and it'll pop up. It's the first one there. But also let me know. You know,
Right.
that way if you see something, always say something. That way I can push for it. You know, let the construction manager aware, let them make them aware. Put
Right.
it that way, and you know we can get that resolved pretty quick.
Yeah. So as the community rep, you actually want to try to help them get these problems solved
Absolutely.
as like another advocate
For
to
sure.
contacting warranty.
Yeah. Yep.
Perfect.
Definitely. Yep.
Perfect.
Because we're a team here, man.
Right. So it would seem like you you value customer service.
Absolutely. 100%.
Perfect. What lifestyle and amenities can buyers expect in this community and your other DR Horton communities?
Well, you know, whenever I'll say this, DR Horton is a big first-time home buyer builder, put it that way.
Right.
You know, so a lot of our buyers are either young families or, you know, first-time, just getting married, things like that.
Right, starter home type.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, you're going to want those amenities for those younger families, swimming pools, parks, playgrounds, all the things like that. So we typically always have some sort of amenities for families, and it's the suburbs, you know.
Right.
So, you know, so you don't have to travel 30 minutes to go to a park or Memorial to go walk the trails, you know,
Right.
something like that. But
No, I love that.
I don't know.
I love that. So do you offer larger homes for families that are maybe already growing and larger? You do offer larger
Yes, sir.
floor plans
Yeah,
as
so
well, right?
there's a wide variety of floor plans that we offer. You know, as well as I know, you know, coming from the appraisal industry, we've sketched a bunch of homes, especially DR Horton. But
Yeah.
you know, definitely, you know, there's the wide variety of smaller to larger homes for those established families.
Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you. All right, Brent. So tell me, what are a couple of questions that pretty much every buyer asks you when you move in or whenever they come to see you?
Yeah, no, absolutely. All right, 3 things that pop in my head right off the bat. What's the price? How soon can I move in? And what's the monthly payment?
That sounds like 3 important questions.
Yeah.
And so I guess in order to do that, they could probably just get with me.
Absolutely.
And then
Yeah.
that way I can notify them on all the community options.
I believe you might be on our call reel, but you know, and incentives, you know, emails and things like that. So incentives do change quite frequently, you know, if not on a monthly basis, you know, every other week, something like that.
Right.
With the market fluctuating, you know, we like to stay competitive with the market, so those incentives do change.
Yeah,
Sometimes, most of the time for the better.
Absolutely. And that's like every month, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yep.
every month. So if you really want to stay in touch with what products are available, what homes are move-in ready, what are going to be available in the next month or so, just contact me and my team, and that way we can find out whether or not it's going to be the community that Brent's in, or whether or not he needs to take you around to one of the other communities. Like I said, and like he said, they have communities in pretty much every area around Houston, and that is one of the reasons why so many people are choosing DR Horton to work with. So Brent, we talked about taxes and payment and informing the buyer on all the things that we can up front.
Absolutely.
Everybody that is looking for a DR Horton home or has been interested in DR Horton homes in the last couple of weeks has heard about this lawsuit. Can you shed any light? I mean, I mean, that's not something that you haven't been told to advertise a different monthly payment than what reality is, right?
Correct. You know, that's a great question, man. And, you know, and it has been a hot topic, you know, in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So I just want to make sure that my buyers are well informed.
Okay.
You know, we discuss numbers, you know, with fully improved property taxes.
Right.
You know,
okay.
that's why I touched on, you know, fixed interest rates. We do have those buy downs, but I know me, so I stick to the fixed interest rates.
Right.
So, you know, we run through numbers. I have an Excel spreadsheet. We can review everything. So many variables to it, you know, as far as, you know, homestead exemption, things like that. But
Right.
what I show is fully improved property taxes, a true monthly payment with our parameters in there.
Wow. Okay. So it sounds like you go the extra mile, because whenever you have a new construction property, you get a monthly payment that might be based on the unimproved taxes, right?
Correct,
And that's what you're talking about.
Yeah. So we show
So
what it looks like with fully improved property
Perfect.
taxes and, you know, just the land value. On
Okay.
The, you know, paying
Perfect.
taxes on just the land.
Yeah, because some people may not know, but whenever that rolls over to the next calendar year, that's when you're going to get that new tax rate adjusted for the improved property. So I appreciate you clearing that up for
No,
us.
absolutely, yeah.
And I know that you would fully disclose everything.
Oh, 100%, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. No, it's huge because I like I said, I know me. If we start doing buy downs and things like that, I'm gonna start racking up all this debt, and
Right.
then 2 through 30, you know, I might be screwed.
Right. No, so you're encouraging the fixed rate option. That way you understand what your payment's going to be.
Yes, sir.
And then you go the extra mile and show what it's going to be even after the purchase,
Correct.
whenever the new taxes get assessed
Correct.
for the improvements on
Yes,
the
sir.
property.
Yep.
That's perfect. I really
Cool.
think a lot of people were wondering about that. And I think there's a big misconception when people hear things in the news like that. It causes some concern. But I think talking about it helps to alleviate some of those concerns so that at least whenever people come in, they don't feel as uncomfortable talking about it.
And I will
right?
say this, you know, this is our job as real estate professionals, myself with the builder and yourself, you know, showing buyers around and supporting them. We need to educate buyers.
Right.
You know,
I agree.
The unapproved property taxes, man, that's
Right.
huge. You know,
Absolutely.
So-
And there's so many variables that go into purchasing a home that we just really can't get into right now. But I appreciate all your
Yeah,
time, Brent.
absolutely, man.
Thank you for letting us come and talk with you about the
Anytime.
products that y'all have and how we can work together to get more buyers and more families into homes.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir, brother. Absolutely.
I'll talk to y'all soon.